So these couple of tests, I'll pull a sample for bacteria and I'll pull a sample for iron and manganese. Those are both metals that there's quite a bit of them in the untreated well water. So I'm also going to take samples from the water plant and kind of see what difference there ends up being between the treated water leaving the plant versus what we see out here in town.
Yeah, this is hooked to their water system. So this is borough water. Comes in here. There's the meter.
Okay.
Meter reader for that. And if you wanted to go inside to see that it's plumbed to that.
Yeah, if you don't mind, that'd be great. I'd like to see what kind of plumbing material everything looks to be. When you added this hose bib, was it all PEX or plastic that you ran?
It's all PEX.
Okay.
Everything's PEX inside. It's copper coming in.
Okay.
Into their meter.
Okay.
So we can go in and you can verify that we are indeed hooked to the borough water line. Ephraim.
Yeah.
I have DEP out here. They're going to take some water samples out of this hydrant.
Okay.
They want to verify that this hydrant or spigot's hooked to the borough water. Can I get in to look at, so he can look at, see how that's hooked up?
Where underneath the thing?
Yeah, under the steps.
Okay. Let me get some pants on it.
Yeah.
And are you outside now?
Yeah, we're out here now, but he wants to verify that is indeed hooked to the borough water line.
All right.
All right, thank you. Yeah.
Bye.
So I'll open it here. Our typical sampling protocols are to let the water run for about a minute or two before we start filling the bottles, just to make sure that we're getting water that's representative of, what's going into the house, what's coming from the borough, rather than what might have sat in here. Do you happen to know when the last time somebody used this was?
Well, I know Monday, but it's
so pretty recent.
So if they turn the water on in there, they're using the same water.
Right.
Open her right up. You can smell the chlorine in it. Good right now. Looking better, isn't it? Yeah, we still got, he wants to verify how that's hooked up. you drink that right now?
I'd have to wait and see how the test results come back.
Oh, I like that. Not willing to drink it. There's more. Run a video.
Well, I got one water line going in there, right?
Yeah. You want some tea?
I had that. Drink it every day. Except I put mine in a water pitcher first.
And filter it.
Yeah. I seen that in the toilet, back of the toilet, like that, the other day.
Was the toilet paper in it?
No,
Oh, that's good.
and I flushed it a couple times. I saw it in the bowl, and then I flushed it a few times, and it was gone.
Was it Monday? The DEP guy from the sewer was here, and he opened that up. He said he wouldn't drink that water. This guy here won't drink that water until it's tested. So
So I don't need to drink my water.
you're gonna have to. These guys are the professionals. I don't know if he'd recommend you drink the borough water or not.
Was there some kind of upsetting system or something? Because it hadn't been like that.
Well, you're paying for the water, and he's the guy that's supposed to be making sure that the borough has clean water. So, what would you recommend he does?
So we haven't seen any sample data submitted by the borough's testing lab indicating that there's any problems. Hopefully we'll have these sample results back in a couple weeks, depending on how busy the lab is.
I guess I put all that. Something happened to the system that upset
What would cause that water to be that color?
something.
So it could be a variety of factors. There could be some changes in the direction or the velocity of flow through the water mains in town that might cause a little bit of scouring of some of the sediments that are inside of the water mains. I'm going to try to check with the borough when the last time they've done hydrant flushing is.
Right.
If they haven't done it yet this year, they might be coming due. I know a lot of places like to flush spring or summer usually and try to get that sediment blown out of the water mains.
What would cause it to be clear one minute and then brown the next? That's weird.
It could just be some slugs of that sediment from inside of the water mains.
Okay.
The samples that I've taken over
So then that should settle in that glass if we leave it there.
over time, yeah, it could take a while depending, but eventually it should start to settle and you should start to see clear water there at the top.
which is what everybody drinks. Hopefully, the top water. If that's just sediment, is that okay to drink?
Generally speaking, when discoloration is just due to sediments, it's typically not harmful in and of itself. There could be iron or manganese contributing to the sediments along with the material of the water mains themselves. A lot of water mains, especially older installed water mains back when iron pipe wasn't so
So it's
expensive,
rusty.
they used to be ductile iron pipe, so you will have some rusting or tuberculation inside of the water
And it's okay to
mains.
drink rusty water.
If there aren't any harmful contaminants in
It
it.
won't hurt you. It's okay for your system. Okay. Just not good maybe for your laundry or your toilet or
It can stain plumbing fixtures and it can stain laundry.
Right.
But if there's no bacteria present and if there's not harmful levels of manganese, then typically speaking, it's mostly an aesthetic issue with the
Right.
water. Where, I mean, obviously that looks very, very gross and you wouldn't want to drink that just from looking at it.
But can you imagine if you washed your clothes in that, like the shirt you're wearing right now?
Yep, there can be some staining.
Yeah. The people in this town all have that same stain on their laundry.
What the?
Can you imagine
Lit up.
though if
Somebody
it
else complained?
No, the day I put the hydrant in.
if it
we got
ruined
all
your
that
clothes,
rust
how
out.
mad you would
Remember
be.
that? It was a
It can
lot
definitely
worse.
be frustrating.
Remember?
Yeah, and then the town
Oh, well.
charges people.
Yeah, I don't remember.
They need to replace some of their infrastructure.
Well, and then I have some tenants that didn't pay their water bill, and their excuse for not paying their water bill was because of this. And I'm preparing to go to court over this. I'm going to take the borough and the tenants that didn't pay to court. I'm hoping, and maybe we can get this hashed out, and maybe the borough can have a good reason to why they should have to pay for this water. We'll see.
I know. Can they just get a well and say forget this town water and just get a well?
No.
Because that would be the way to go.
That would depend on borough ordinances. Sometimes municipalities would have mandatory connection ordinances where if you're within so many feet of a water main, you need to be connected to it. I'm not familiar with that.
Yeah.
We looked at it and it was all connected.
You verified
borough
that
water.
spigot is hooked to the borough water.
Yep, that'll be in my report.
Okay, and then send pictures and everything, and,
Yep, I can mail all that to you when we get results sent over.
okay. So we're pretty sure that this is probably just rust sediment
That's what it looks like to me.
in the
yeah.
lines, and maybe some hydrant flushing might help clear up the situation.
It could, yeah. So we'll double check how things look over at the water plant, but over time, all the different samples that I've taken here and the testing that they do on site every day, we don't see contaminated water leaving the plant or water that's high in iron or manganese leaving the plant. So typically the treated water leaving the plant meets all the requirements. So if it ends up looking like this somewhere out in town, that would lead me to believe that it might be some sediments getting stirred up in the water mains. So flushing is one way that we can definitely try to alleviate some of those problems and get that sediment blown out through the hydrants so that it's not coming into people's homes in spurts.
Okay, and just so we got, your name is
Mark Achitola,
Mark Agitola, and you work for
Pennsylvania DEP.
Pennsylvania
I'm a
DEP.
sanitarian supervisor.
Oh, all right. Thank you.
Yep.
Appreciate your time.
Yeah, not a problem. We'll be in touch then.
Thank you.